Okay, 7a, a simple question on complex numbers. We have u equal to 5 over a plus 2 iota. We change the color. So the moment you define this complex number in the denominator, you should realize this. This is a minus 2 iota over a minus 2 iota. So this is 5a minus 10 iota over a square plus 4. So we can write this complex number as the real part is 5a over a square plus 4, and the imaginary part is 10 over a square plus 4 iota. So this is your first part. We have written this in x plus iota y form by realizing the denominator. Okay, so that was the first part. Next it says find the value of a for which argument of u star. Now if this is u star should be 5a over a square plus 4 plus 10 over a square plus 4. Now the students who took my lesson on the typical complex numbers seriously, this is something that they can easily handle. You see that the argument is 3 pi by 4. So the argument, if it is 3 pi by 4, so that means something is going to be in this quadrant. So this is your 3 pi by 4. Okay. So this means that if this is something like a plus iota b, then this a ratio b has to be equal to 1 ratio 1. Only then you have tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. Okay, this is pi by 4 over here. That means this real part is negative and the imaginary part is going to be positive. So we can say that this is going to be 10 over minus 10. Okay, only then this is the tan inverse of 10 over minus 10 that will result into 3 pi by 4. So this is basically your 5a, because when you write it as let me write it here, 10 over a square plus 4 over 5a over a square plus 4. So these will be cancelled. You will be left with 10 over 5a. So this means this 5a has to be equal to minus 10. Only then you can be into the second quadrant. And you see when your angle is obtuse and it is positive, so you're going anti-clockwise and this is your second quadrant. And whenever this is pi by 4, you know that tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. So there should be, this ratio should be 1 ratio 1. And for this should be minus 1 ratio 1. Okay, so this is already 10, so this has to be minus 10. That is why your a is minus 2. So this question can only be done by the students who have practiced a lot these complex numbers and who know these complex numbers in depth. Any question, Bacho? Okay, quickly. First thing, modulus of z is less than 2. So from the origin, the radius is 2. Okay. So the circle is going to be passing through so this is the circle I have. Okay. Then it says modulus, you see the modulus on both sides. Z modulus is less than z minus 2 plus 2 iota. So this is going to be a perpendicular bisector of, this is your 2 plus 2 iota here, and this is your origin over here. Okay, you see that there is a square, if this is the, like we call this point A over here, and this is O, and you want to draw the perpendicular bisector, the perpendicular bisector will definitely be passing through 2, 0 and 0, 2. This will be like this. So you have to, if you show it like this, it means you're doing this correctly, okay? Now this means that the locus is inside the circle because it says less than. So it is inside the circle and nearer to the origin, okay? So all this region is showing the locus of Z. Do you agree with this or not? Okay. I have to do one thing over here, that I need to keep the boundaries dotted, okay? Because there is no equal mark over here, okay? So you keep the boundaries dotted. Clear, bacho?
Sir, why did we draw a perpendicular bisector?
Because the modulus of Z, if it says equal to here, so that would mean that Z is equidistant from the origin and from this point. I have explained to you during our previous classes. Whenever there is
Yes.
modulus, so that would mean either a circle, if like this is referring to just one circle, but if you have modulus on both the sides, so that would mean you have to draw a perpendicular bisector. Okay.